Welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Eric and Rob.
It's here. It's finally here. The weekend we've been waiting on for. Damn, Rob, when we buy these tickets? 2 months ago? 3 months ago?
I believe I bought them sometime in early July or late June.
Man. It is all out weekend, AEW. And we're going to be in the building. We're going to be in the building, baby. 3GW crew, the real Big E, MJ Book, and Rob the Ambassador. All three of us in the building. First time we've all three of us have attended an event, so that'll be a first. And what a card we have to look forward to. You know, it's got some good stuff on here, even though one got removed, but we'll talk about it. So before we even get to that, I do want to shout out and say rest in peace to Shannon Sproul, hope I say that right, a.k.a. Daphne, former professional wrestler, female wrestler that, I won't say the cause of death on here just out of respect, but it's just that mental health thing is real. And I always harken back to Robin Williams. Somebody we all looked up to as kids, had the best sense of humor ever. And the guy couldn't be more depressed. So just remember, just because somebody's smiling on the outside, they might be dying on the inside. So, that's my spiel. Book, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this though. It seemed to hit you the hardest.
Well, I remember Daphne from her WCW days. Wasn't a big fan of TNA or Impact, but I knew she was there, and I would hear of what she was doing over there. I had a girlfriend back in the day, Rob, you'll remember Jen. Jen was a dead set ringer for Daphne. She was called Daphne a lot. So I'd be walking with her like, hey, you're walking with Daphne. It's like, no, this isn't Daphne. But so Jen and I, we talked for about an hour or two last night, just talking about Daphne, because we're both fans of the Scream Queen of professional wrestling. So thoughts to the family and friends of Shannon Daphne Sproul, Daphne Unger, Scream Queen of wrestling, rest in peace. And mental health, just you said everything. It's a serious topic, very serious topic. If anybody has anything going on in their mind, or someone that might be in need, you may not want to ignore that situation. You may want to, if it's somebody special to you, please do that job, do your deed, do that man, be that friend.
Well, I was not familiar with Daphne. Listeners of this podcast know that I did not watch much WCW, but when I heard about her passing, I was curious. And so I read some things, and I watched the video, which is so sad to watch.
Oh, you found the video too?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Saw it at least in part. I don't know if I saw it in its entirety, but I did see it in part. And so very sad that you mentioned Robin Williams, and it always gets to me how people like Robin Williams or like Daphne can bring so much joy to other people, but just can't seem to find happiness in their own personal space. She referenced CTE and wanting to keep her brain intact so that it could be studied. It was just very sad to watch. So I think Big E, you said it best. Just because someone is smiling on the outside, how hard is it just as a general rule to just be nice and respectful to someone, just to say a kind word to someone, even if you don't know them. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't take much of your time just to say, hi, how are you? Find something nice, positive to say about someone. You could just make their day. Just condolences to her family, friends, and fans, all of those who are feeling the loss today. Very sad.
Right on. Right on. Cheers. All right. Let's get into the show. Here to do our predictions. And, usually this is we don't usually have a guest for this one, but he's going with us to the show. It only makes sense for him to do his predictions as well. So, all right. Let's pull it up here. So I think before we even, not to delay it more, but we lost a match. Rest in peace to that match that we just lost to travel issues. Yeah.
COVID, travel issues, probably. Yeah, I mean, we know it's probably going to be COVID. It's probably COVID related.
Yeah, I'm representing today. I thought I was going to get to see this guy, but apparently I'm not.
Oh, all right, man, Blake.
It's all right. I'm representing too.
Oh, nice.
Blake would have loved that shirt, man.
Oh, I bought this back in the day when he was still in NXT.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would have been cool, man. But I was looking forward to seeing Andrade again in a different promotion. And then I don't think I saw him when he was Neville, but not that I can recall.
You probably did. He was involved in that match with Stephen Amell.
No, I mean in person.
In
person. I never saw. I mean, obviously I saw him wrestle. Obviously, I saw him wrestle in on TV. I know that much.
He did not get a good break in the WWE, even though he was super talented.
Yeah, I did get to see him in person.
That's why he left. Huh?
I did get to see him in person once. I went to a SmackDown show, and that was when they would film 205 Live afterwards.
205 Live, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he also was NXT champion at one point. So.
Yep.
So yeah, we're not getting Pac versus Andrade El Idolo, as I put that short video up on YouTube. If you saw that, that was the update. So unfortunately, hey, I'm keeping it real, damn it. The women's casino battle royale is now on the main card. So I don't know what they shuffled around or added to the show. And I thought about it, I was like, why is Malachi Black not on this show? Like, I didn't do shit with him after he beat Cody. Nothing.
There's a few people who aren't on this show. Orange Cassidy ain't on this show. I mean, there's some people that they could put on here. But
Brian Cage isn't on the show.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They announced on Dynamite a show for the buy-in, and a match for the buy-in, and I cannot remember. It's some kind of multi tag match or something, but I cannot remember the
10-man. I see it right here. So let's just go ahead and do that one first.
Okay, this is going to be news to me too.
All right, so it's going to be Best Friends, Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor.
No, I already know who I'm going for.
And Wheeler Yuta and Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. So it's 5-on-5. And versus the Hardy Family Office, Matt Hardy, Private Party, and Angelico and Jack Evans. So it's a 5-on-5. I think this is a layup for the Best Friends and Jurassic Express to win. So that's who I'm going with. Rob?
Yeah, I'm going with them as well. And I guess I can quickly reference, I don't know if any of you saw, there was a short video that Ric Flair posted with he and Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy.
Did either of you see that? Okay, Mike.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
I saw it. I saw it. I was about to send it to you, Rob, but I was like, oh, he already knows, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got it. So, but yeah, I think they're going to win, but I am curious to see if my goat, the Nate, is maybe going to make a surprise appearance.
I think that's there's a high chance.
He's been on tour. He's been on tour a lot lately.
It's a good chance. So, all right. Well, let's get to this. Get this out of the way because I know this is Book's favorite division in all of wrestling. The women's casino battle royale.
Jeez, I need another beer.
For an AEW women's championship match. So just a few of the names, Nyla Rose is in there, Thunder Rosa, Big Swole, Ty Conti, Penelope Ford, Hikaru Shida, former champ, Jade Cargill. Wonder who's gonna win this one. All right. That's pretty much. Oh, Riho, she's in there too. Anna Jay, I guess she's coming back. Hey, I just told you my pick. I just told you my pick, Jade Cargill. That's it, man. No, ain't no other way. Jade Cargill. Book.
I agree. Although Ruby Soho, I don't know if you said her. Ruby Riot. So I agree with your pick, definitely. But if she doesn't win, I would love to see Ruby Soho, aka Ruby Riot, win this thing, just because it's just good to have her back wrestling again. She should have never been fired. She was one of the few talent. She was one of those talented women, and she was a real tag team. So it was just ridiculous. So I agree with your pick, but if Ruby Soho wins, I will leave very, very happy.
Did I miss something?
You didn't know she was there?
Did I miss something?
You didn't know she was there? Yeah. Yeah, she's there. She's in AEW.
Well, I didn't know she was there either, and he's not going to like me calling him this, but the Booker man kind of stole my thunder because my pick was going to be Jade Cargill, but with the possible arrival of Ruby Soho, I would say she could be the winner. Now, apparently, Book is our inside man tonight because apparently he says she's there. I wasn't aware that she was, but yeah, if Ruby Soho is there, that would be my pick.
I'm trying to look it up now. I don't think she's officially debuted, but she could be if you're saying she could be the Joker, I think that's a good chance. There's a good chance she could be the Joker. So I think it's a good pick, but I'm still sticking with Jade Cargill. I think she'll still win. She needs to beat the brakes off of Dr. Britt Baker. DMD. Knock her ass off her high horse. Talking about high horses. Shit. All right. John Moxie versus Satoshi Kojima. I don't know who the hell Satoshi Kojima is. I know he's from New Japan. Sorry, Blake. I know you're a New Japan guy. I don't understand, Blake, why you don't watch AEW. You're gonna have to help me out, okay? All your people are here. Aleister Black, Andrade. They have a link with New Japan, and you still don't watch it. Help me out, Blake. Need help.
Omega has a big link with New Japan.
Right. Just good brother, inside man. Help me understand. But anyway, I'm going to say John Moxley gets the win. Go the Mox. Rob?
Yeah, I'm going with Mox. Like you, I had to Google Kojima, but look, the guy apparently is a legend, and I've heard great things about New Japan, tremendous things about New Japan, so I'm looking forward to the match. The guy's age gives me a little bit of pause. He's 50, but he still looks in good shape, and I think he'll put on a good match. I think it'll be a physical match, but Mox is going to win.
Oh boy, Blake, I got you back here. Kojima is a former IWGP heavyweight champion. He was also all Japan Pro Wrestling Triple Crown champion. He was the first person to hold those two simultaneously. He is a legend. So I got your back, Blake. Don't worry. I watch all Japan wrestling. Trust me, it's sometimes better than AEW. But in this match, as much as I want Kojima to win this, I gotta go for Mox. I just don't see them delivering Mox a loss here, especially to somebody who, unfortunately, like so many people, most people probably don't know who he is, and that's sad. But I think Mox is going to walk away with the win, but I would love to be proven wrong on this one.
Yeah, I'd be okay with losing. I mean, he doesn't. In AEW, he's established himself enough that he could take a couple of L's and it won't mean a thing.
Agreed.
Paul White versus QT Marshall. I know Rob's looking forward to this one. Hey, at least y'all won't hear, well, it's the big show.
You probably still hear it. Somebody will probably hum it or say it.
No, why would they do that? Who wants to be reminded of that crappy theme song?
You know, I agree with you on that. I don't want to be reminded, but there'll be some idiot that'll hum it.
All right, Rob, what'd you think? Who you got?
Oh man, look, I don't know if y'all watched Dynamite the other night. Billy Gunn, apparently he and the Gun Club turned on Big Show, hit him upside the head with a chair. I could have cared less. I enjoyed it. But I still think,
oh man,
he's not wrong.
I still think Big Show is going to win. He's not going to lose to QT Marshall. So yeah, but hopefully the match only lasts about 5 seconds.
I mean, who cares? I mean, this is one of those. This is where you might go and go to the bathroom. If we've had a few, which we probably will, this might be where I shuffle off to go to the bathroom, take a look at the merchandise stand, see what I can buy. Get some food or something. Who cares?
So you're not going to have a grade for this one.
No, I'm sure we're all going to have a grade, and I'm not going to be shocked if it's the same one. But for the purposes of this show, as far as who's going to win, I'm just going to say the hell with it and just say QT Marshall. Who cares?
I'm actually going to agree with you. I'm going to say QT. Might be wrong, but damn it, Paul White, you had your time, okay? And QT,
he needs his time.
He needs a win. They ain't even. Is he desperate for a win?
You don't want to lose to a broadcaster.
Seriously. All right. The guy who holds the title that I hold, Miro, doing God's work. Got to do some work on. Got to do some work on Eddie Stinkston, as the book coined him.
I did. Rob and I were discussing that last time. We didn't know how you came up with that. I started that.
I think it was either you.
Oh, you know what? I think it was Blake.
Man. Yeah, it was the inside man.
Because I don't think I started that.
I know I didn't.
Maybe it was the
inside
Blake.
man.
I don't think it was me.
It was him. I don't know. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me either.
Whoever it was, right on target.
I
did say he stinks. I said he's shit, but I never called him Stinkston. I think you.
Well, it must have been. It was good, brother. Then all right. There's no way in hell. So, Miro's gonna retain. He's gonna keep this over his shoulder, and I'll be raising it nice and high along with my drink as he retains his championship and beats the brakes off Eddie Kingston. He's probably going to have on another ridiculous damn outfit. But
oh, God, I'm not looking forward to that.
What you think, Book? I know you don't care, but just what do you think?
I mean, Miro better squash. I would prefer Miro to just squash him, but obviously that's not going to happen. But Miro better walk away with a win here. If Eddie wins that match, I might vomit. I mean, he's just terrible in his grandma sewing his wrestling gear outfits. So please, Miro, just stomp him, destroy him.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see a Miro squash. And the only thing that would make that even better is if Miro's double jointed wife showed up.
There's a chance.
There's rumors that, yeah, she's probably,
we'll leave it there.
Leave
it there.
Yeah.
I saw the tweet.
Yeah, so did I.
All right. Talked about her earlier.
Hey, I'm watching SmackDown Live. Tony Storm just appeared.
Oh, it was about time. She showed up and left, and now she's back. Okay.
Yeah. Bring in never mind, I'm not gonna say it.
You get
I don't say it.
Oh man, we're gonna go off the rails here.
Yeah.
I mentioned it earlier. Defending her championship against Chris Statlander is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. As much as I like Chris Statlander, ain't happening. There's only one person who's gonna take that title off of Britt Baker, and it ain't the Boop Queen. So the Doc, no pun intended, is gonna retain. Rob, what do you think?
I'm in agreement. Britt Baker is one of the hottest things in AEW right now. No reason to take the belt off of her at this point, so it's not going to happen.
I like Chris Statlander, and maybe somewhere down the line wouldn't mind her being the champ, but it's not that time yet. So Baker should walk away with the win. Hopefully we'll see a good Chris Statlander, and hopefully I won't have to gouge my eyes out watching another women's match. So Baker wins. Hopefully it's a decent match.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh God, it better be good. I'm already worried about it. I think
it'll be all right.
I don't think it'll be the worst match. I know what I think is going to be the worst match.
Yeah. I think Chris Statlander has been working really hard to get better and developing the ring. She's obviously in better shape, so not really worried about her. And Britt Baker has always done at least decent work. So, all right. We got Maxwell Jacob Friedman taking on
God.
What do you call himself? The demo god. There we go. The demo god. Le Champion. Chris Jericho. If Jericho loses, he goes to commentary, which is a better stipulation than saying he's going to leave the company. Let me rephrase that. He goes to commentary and he will not wrestle in AEW anymore. Just leaves a lot of gray, but you put your head down, Book. So that means I'm throwing it to you.
I am hoping. First off, let me just say, based off what I previously said, this is the match I think is going to be the worst. Is this? I think it's going to be just horrific.
Worse than a casino battle royale?
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know.
MJF cannot wrestle. He just can't. And Jericho is just a disgusting looking human being walking in that ring. So I have to go for MJF. Part of that is just because I love MJF and he's going to be the only entertainment I get in that match. Plus, I think it'd be good for Jericho to go to the booth. He's actually good at it, so that would make sense. But so I'm going to go for MJF, but I am not going to be shocked if Chris Jericho wins this. I'm going for MJF, though.
Maxwell Jacob Friedman. As much as I think he's a prick, like non-kayfabe prick, they need to build up stars, and this is the only way to do it. And I think Jericho put that string of matches together, the labors of Jericho, to kind of quietly walk off into the sunset and just do it that way. It was like a farewell tour without calling it that. And I think it's time for him to just go to the broadcast booth. Plus, there's 2 other promotions that he could wrestle with that are associated with AEW. So there you go. MJF's going to win the match.
Well, I'm surprised here because this isn't like when Roman put this stipulation in the match between him and Cena. We know damn well Roman is not going to quit wrestling and not going to leave WWE. Now, Chris Jericho has only been in AEW a couple of years, ever since their inception, but he's pretty much wrestled everybody in the company. I don't believe we ever saw him wrestle Omega in AEW, but we know that he's wrestled Omega before in New Japan, and they had great matches. Did they wrestle in AEW?
They wrestled.
Have they?
Yeah,
They wrestled.
I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they did.
Okay,
They did.
so then
Yeah.
there you go. So he's done everything in AEW. Really, he can do at this point anything of significance. I'm in agreement with you guys. I think MJF wins. I think, look, he's already solidified as one of the biggest heels in wrestling and one of the biggest, maybe the single biggest prick in wrestling. So how do you get him to the next level of prickness? You have him retire Jericho, where he can brag about it week after week after week, bombard us with it, make us sick with it.
Get shirts.
Yeah, I really think it's going to happen. Jericho is good on commentary. He has nothing else to prove in this business. And I'm in agreement. I think MJF wins and retires Jericho, sends him to commentary.
Yep. All right, Book, you got your sleeves. You got 'em ready.
Oh, we're going to talk about
for the
this
trip
one now.
I think this will be up on the card. I don't think it will close the show. I think that'd be a little too much to give CM Punk. I know it's Chicago, but
It might be a rough sell to try to keep the match, the pay-per-view going after that.
the other reason I say that is you want high energy for that match. And if you're making us wait 3.5 hours to see that shit, you might not get it. I mean, people are always going to pop to hear Cult of Personality, but to be hyped throughout the whole match, I mean, unless they have something big planned for Punk as far as a rivalry after this, I don't know. But
Here's the thing about that. If they're going to do that and not make this last, there better be a match in between, because we've seen too many times the fans drained, the dumpage from all the emotion in a match. They need something in between that's a stinker.
oh yeah,
Something that's going to be just a crap fest, which is, you could put, Paul White and QT Marshall right there. So
I wouldn't even be surprised if they put it on first. I'll just put it out there. I would not be shocked if they put it on first.
I don't think first.
No.
That's too much. That's too much.
I'm not
That's too
saying
much.
they should. I'm not saying they should. I wouldn't be shocked.
People arrive late. There is no way in the world they're going to do that first.
No.
No way in the world will that be first. They'd be dumb.
I won't be shocked.
They'd be stupid to do that first.
Well, let's look at AEW's track record. Do we need to go back to a certain barbed wire death match?
Seriously.
How that was executed
Seriously.
to perfection.
Seriously. This is a little different. This is a little different. CM Punk's hometown, Chicago.
Saying, they mishandle things is all I'm saying. It's not.
They're not going to miss it.
They haven't mishandled.
But
CM
anyway,
Punk.
I'm going I am gonna say Punk wins. Sting already said he's not gonna be your ringside, so he's gonna come out, I guess, and then wave goodbye. So that's all we'll get of Sting. But I'm gonna give Punk it's his first match in 7 years. I just really hope he doesn't look gassed and doesn't look terrible and rusty. You know, Darby Allin's been doing this week in, week out. It's the perfect opponent to me. Said around the same size. Obviously, Punk's bigger, but at the end of the day, I just want a good match. But I think Punk has to win. It's in Chicago. We got to hear as much cult of personality as humanly possible. And then after this weekend, we need to get into some real feuds. And I need pipe bombs. I need him to get over the nostalgia of being back. Let's get the Punk that we actually want. How you got this following is not being the babyface. Okay. So I'm going with Punk though. Rob.
Yeah. Look, we're in Chicago. Punk's going to win. My only question is it just going to be a straight up match, or is there going to be is there going to be like an X factor to the match, some sort of interference to build up Punk's next feud? Or, I mean, are him and Darby going to shake hands after the match? I'm just curious to see how it all plays out, because they're both kind of fan favorites. Punk, of course, being the favorite, being that he's the hometown hero in this one. But yeah, Punk's going to win. I'm just curious to see what else happens in addition to just Punk winning.
Come on. Come on. I'm going for CM Punk, but here's the thing. I could see CM Punk losing this match. CM Punk's the kind of guy that would want to build up Darby. He's that kind of guy. I could see him totally doing it. I think it'd be foolish. I think it'd be ridiculous. I think it'd be risky. The crowd is going to be hot. Even though Darby is a fan favorite, they are going to be hot. So I think it'd be a risk. Darby's one of the few that could maybe get away with it. But in the end of the day, it has to be CM Punk. And I already told you to, Eric, when you were in town, what I thought was going to happen during this match, who I thought might show up. I don't know if you really want me to say that right now, but I said that a certain yes man might make his appearance at the pay-per-view, and I think it would be at this match. With Sting not being involved in the corner anymore, it kind of changes that. But I still hold to my opinion. I still think that a certain yes man is going to appear that night. And CM Punk got to win. It's got to be CM Punk. W.
I agree with your premise, disagree with your end result. I don't think it'll be this match. I think that certain someone is going higher up on the card.
It changed. I agree now because Sting's not going to be in the corner. I was saying that because Sting was going to be in the corner. You eliminate Sting. Daniel Bryan now won't show up in that match, but he's still going to show up at that pay-per-view, I think.
We'll see. We will see. All right. What I feel is gonna steal the show.
Oh,
Just
boy.
this gonna light it up, baby. I can't wait for this. I've been waiting to see this match in person for the longest time.
This better be what I think it is.
Oh,
This better be what I think it is.
This will be the match. I'm gonna say it now before I lose my voice. The cage match, the Young Bucks.
Thank you very much.
Bros.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Right there.
This is gonna be absolute magic. And this is tough, okay, because like both teams, Young Bucks have been great, and their whole thing is pushing the tag team. And these are the two tag teams, in my opinion, that you could argue who's better. I get why people love the Young Bucks, and I understand why people argue that, yes, they are the best, because damn it, it's hard to find a bad Young Bucks match. It is. But do y'all see the shit that Ray Phoenix and Penta do on a regular damn basis? Insane. That match they had, I think it was Rampage, last Rampage against Jungle Express was nuts. And that was given away on free TV. That match was nuts. That Canadian Destroyer on the ring apron and Ray Phoenix doing the shit he does off the ropes. If they're gonna be in a cage, you know they're gonna use the cage. It's not just they're not using the cage to confine these four men. This is that cage is a tool. I go on and on, but let's see. I'm gonna go with my heart on this one, and I'm gonna say Lucha Bros finally become AEW Tag Team Champions. They deserve it. Damn it! All right, we're not getting Pac in Andrade. Death Triangle's pretty much over with at this point. So give my Lucha Bros some belts, man. Ray Phoenix is, I dare say, he might be the best in-ring worker in AEW. Book, you got your championship. I kind of know where you're going with this. But go ahead.
Let's just start off with the obvious. This will be match of the night. Let's just get that out the way. This will clearly, unless they throw the biggest stinker in the history of wrestling, this will be not only match of the night, this will be match of the year. And this will be, again, a match you could say could be one of the greatest wrestling tag team match of all time. And we may have to throw it in the hat, just wrestling match, period, of all time. Throwing that out there. All for this. And of course, yeah, come on. I love the Luchas. And I actually think they're gonna win. But my heart cannot do it. I am going, obviously, for my team, the Young Bucks. I can't root against them. I love them too much. They will walk in the champions and walk out champions. I got 2 Young Bucks shirts. Thank you very much. I can't tolerate them losing in front of me. It'll drive me crazy, even though I love the Luchas and they're deserving and they're probably going to win. But my heart, I got to stick with my heart. Young Bucks. I can't go against them.
Well, man, first of all, guys, we've all been witness to some great matches in person. Big E, you and I were at 24. We saw one of the greatest Money in the Bank ladder matches ever. And even though I'm not going to say it's one of the greatest matches ever, but Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair is probably Ric Flair's best match in years, 20 years since.
That was still a solid match.
Oh, it was. Book, you and I were at 26 for Taker and Michaels. I mean, one of my all-time favorite matches. But we have a chance to all three witness together maybe the greatest match we have ever witnessed with our own eyes in person in this match that we're talking about right now. I'm going to predict.
We can't forget NXT War Games, man.
Well,
man.
And you're right. You are right. Like I said, individually, we've probably witnessed some great matches, but man, the Young Bucks, the Lucha Bros, in any scenario, that is an awesome match. I can watch these 4 guys wrestle every day. Okay. They're in a cage, guys, and we are going to be there to see it live. This could really be something special. I'm going to predict the Lucha Bros to win only because we have seen these guys wrestle so often. And even though if you're a true wrestling fan, you don't care the circumstances under which they wrestle, if you're seeing Lucha Bros and Young Bucks, you're going to see an epic match. But I do think that in order to make the next match even more interesting, if you can do that with such 4 great wrestlers, is if the Lucha Bros finally get over and they win. and then you have the Young Bucks chasing them. So that's why I'm going to say the Lucha Bros win, but all three of us, we're going to see something special Sunday night as soon as the bell rings starting this match.
Well, I know what belt Book's bringing for sure. No doubt he's gonna bring that one. Yeah, it's gonna be a moment. It really is, man. I felt like Takeover War Games was a moment in time where we all stood up watching Ciampa drop Adam Cole off the top of that cage.
Oh man,
which time stood still, man. Seriously.
Wow, yeah. And you know who was at ringside watching that whole thing?
Dr. Britt Baker.
Dr. Britt Baker.
Oh,
DMD.
Britt Baker was there?
That's her man.
That's his girlfriend.
Adam Cole is her
Oh,
man.
yeah. Adam Cole's her man. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, she was ringside.
I'm just happy I get to finally see the Young Bucks live. I have watched them for so long. Most of their matches before AEW I watched online. So to finally I get to see those guys, it's one of the great things I will take from this pay-per-view. One of three great things.
And before I get to the main event, you know what's ironic about all this? The tickets we paid, the tickets we got for the show is cheaper than if we just individually bought the pay-per-view ourselves.
Right.
Oh, it is. Wow.
Well, not now. If you
No,
try
not
to kill
now.
this show
Not now. Well,
you-
once CM Punk got announced, those tickets quadrupled about 500%.
You got to take out a loan to get a ticket now.
Oh, you're gonna have to murder somebody to get a ticket now.
Shout out to the ambassador. He's the man that made it happen. He made it happen. All right.
Did it for my guys.
Main event. Kenny Omega defending the AEW World Championship against Christian Cage. Now, I don't think any of us will disagree that this will be a clinic. It could go, start slow and then build to a nice crescendo or what have you. I just don't know if the care factor is there enough. And partially because they gave us this match already on one of the rampages, and you had Christian take the Impact Championships already. It's a little hard to believe you're going to then have him beat Omega again and take the AEW World Championship. However, I think no. I'll just give you my pick right now. It is Omega. The Omega Man's gonna win. Let's just get that out the way now. All right, he's gonna retain.
No, I'm just
It'll
waiting
be
for this next part.
A hard fought match, but this is where I think they're gonna have a certain surprise for the crowd, and that individual will then take the title off of the Omega Man. So
that man,
yeah, him. And but I think it'll still be a solid match. Kenny Omega's gonna retain. You're gonna get him up in that 1 week. Once you see him get him up on his shoulders, it's over with. So yep, that's what I'm going with. Rob, I know you're excited about this match. You've shown.
Man, okay. A couple of things. First of all, are either of you clear? Is the Impact Championship also on the line in this one?
No. Just
Okay.
it's just the AEW title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, part of me wants to pick Christian Cage because we've heard so much about Omega and how he's dealing with a lot of injuries right now. And the guy wrestles so much and he could probably use the break. But I just don't see it. I just really can't see it. Big E already referenced the fact that we've seen this match before pretty recently and Cage got over. So I don't see Cage getting over twice. I just don't. So I'm going to say Omega wins it. And I agree with you guys that if we are going to have the surprise appearance of the person we're all thinking is going to make a surprise appearance, this would be the match where it would happen. And I think the more exciting match is said mystery opponent versus Omega.
Okay. Let's come on, folks. If y'all watch this show, y'all know who my pick gonna be. I mean, there's no doubts on this. My pick is my man, Kenny Omega. My God, Omega is gonna win this one. And y'all may not be too hyped on the match. I can't wait to see Kenny Omega, because that's another guy I never thought I would see in person. So to finally be able to sit there and say I watched Kenny Omega, I love that in some ways more than I'm going to see CM Punk. In some ways more than even the Young Bucks. I love Kenny Omega, and to finally see that guy in person is going to be a true joy and a true honor. Kenny, you better fucking win against Christian. And I love Christian, but damn it, I'm already going to have to deal with losing. The Young Bucks are going to probably lose. I don't need to see you lose the same night too, man. That will be a terrible, terrible night for me. And so please, I'm going, obviously, Kenny, my God, Omega.
Yeah, and I have to say,
Gotta ask.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Biggie.
I just gotta ask, because you have a tradition on our post shows.
Oh, what, Fireball?
How much of that are you bringing with you?
How much Fireball? I think there's at least 3 matches that are going to require Fireball. Somewhere along the way, I'll end up having to buy some. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm sure Rob and I, while we're on the road at some point, will be someplace where I can get some Fireball. So don't worry.
Packing my alcohol with me.
I don't have a car to go get Fireball, man. So don't worry. I'm definitely going to have Fireball on ready. There's at least 3 matches that'll do it.
Yeah, all I was going to say, and I'll make it quick, I've never seen Kenny Omega in person, and all of us have had the opportunity to see many great wrestlers in person. I've seen Dusty Rhodes. I've seen Ric Flair many times. I've seen Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Stone Cold, Rock, Cena, you name it. So I am excited to also see Kenny Omega. When I say great, I shouldn't have said great. I mean,
yeah,
wrestlers who are big guys.
Yeah, there you go. I mean? There you go. There you go.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But so of course I'm excited to get to see Kenny Omega in person. I'm late to the party with Kenny Omega. I really didn't pay attention to him in the New Japan days. I need to go back and watch some YouTube, but I am excited to see him in person. I really am.
Yeah, I know. I think it'll be a great match. It's gonna be a long night. That's all I can say. I'm gonna have to pace myself with the alcohol.
There's no pacing. It's not gonna happen. You know it's not gonna happen.
Mean, we got to get back to the room, book. We got to.
I know we got to get back to the room, but
hey, man, I'm the elder statesman here, so I'm gonna do my best to pace myself. But at the same time, I ain't making no promises. I'm jacked for this show.
Yeah, so we're going to have to coordinate and figure out how we're going to get from point A to point B, because as Rob and I
coordinate.
We went to Royal Rumble in Phoenix, and yeah, the inflation on Lyft and Uber was ridiculous.
Well, look, parking, I've already gotten emails. Parking at the arena is $20.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah, and according to booking, the arena is about 10 to 15 minutes away from the hotel where Book and I are staying. So we'll just kind of just see how it all works out.
Well, I think if we go to the pre-party or whatever,
yeah,
even if we don't get there right when it starts, I think that'll be a good way. Let's park, and then we'll go over there, and then we can just walk. I'd rather do that than be standing out there with everybody waiting on Ubers, and then it's $80 to go down the street,
Right.
So, But yeah, that is the card. Those are the picks. And hey, what do you all think? Do you agree with our picks? Are you looking forward to All Out? Are any of you going to All Out? If so, hey, we're gonna be in the building. If you recognize our faces, please feel free to introduce yourself and grab a selfie. And we'll post it on Instagram and put up the 3G dub with you. So I will try to remember to put up the poll for predictions as well on Instagram. It's gonna be a busy Sunday. Let's see. Make sure you check out our Scorpion King movie review. That is up on YouTube. The audio will be up tonight for sure. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'll be getting on that tonight, as well as the audio for Fighting with My Family. I still haven't put that up yet either, so that'll be coming up soon. The video is up, but the audio is not. Okay. Let's see. And then, so yeah, you can look forward to our post show, which will be immediately after All Out. I don't know when it will actually get posted, unless I can figure out this live stream. I had a live stream from the hotel. If I can figure that out, then yes, immediately following, we will be live streaming. But other than that, you can look forward to seeing that coming up on Monday. Hopefully we have voices, because I don't know how that's going to go. It's a little different when you go live. I know when Rob and I did Royal Rumble, the day after, we were still hoarse and tired, and it was a little rough. But
not to mention our conditions, maybe we could be a little sauced a little bit.
Oh, a little.
Yeah, speak for yourself, bro. I'm getting towed down.
Well, this will be hopefully the good sauce, unlike SummerSlam, which was the bad sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it does. They do better. If they do better than SummerSlam, they're winning. But that's a low bar.
That doesn't take much. That doesn't take much.
It's really, really low bar. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching, listening. Well, just watching. This is YouTube exclusive. But if you prefer to listen, you can check out the audio episodes on all your favorite podcast platforms, Apple, Google,